Hi, I'm Coach Greta. I'm an emotion code, body code, and belief code practitioner. In this video, I'm going to explain to you the differences between the emotion, body, and belief code. All three are energy healing modalities in the Discover Healing system. They are all developed by Dr. Bradley Nelson. And the body code is the overarching system. I like to refer to the body code as my crystal ball in an app. The way it's made is it's sort of like a huge mind map condensed into one app. And by using muscle testing, we can use the app to figure out what are the underlying reasons, the underlying balances behind a problem. So let's say I have a cough. I can use the app to figure out what are the underlying reasons and I can release these energies. If I'm struggling in a relationship, I can do the same. If I am struggling with something in sports or at work or whatever it is, I can use the body code to find and release the underlying imbalances that are contributing to the problem. So the body code, as I said, is the overarching system, and the emotion code and the belief code are parts of the body code. So in order to show you the differences between the emotion code, body code, and belief code, the easiest way is to show you how they are actually related and how you can find all of them in the app. So this is the body code app. You can download that for your phone, for your computer, or for your tablet. It's also a possibility to do a login on your web browser. I really prefer to use the app, but I think if you use the browser, then you'll get more frequent updates. But for me, the app works really well. So the first window you see here is the body code. And the body code is where everything lives. So inside the body code, you will actually find the emotion code and the belief code as well. So as you can see here in the app, this is the main window, the body code. And to find the emotion code, you simply click here. And then the belief code is here. And in order to see the belief code, you have to actually be a certified belief code practitioner. And in order to become that, you first have to get certified in the emotion code, then the body code, and then finally the belief code. So in the body code, there are 6 different categories, and I go into this more in detail in this video. So make sure you check this out if you are curious about the body code. Inside the body code, one of the categories is energy. And here is where you will find the emotion code. So under emotional, you'll find trapped emotions. And what is sort of extra here compared to just using the emotion code as is that you'll actually find different types of trapped emotions. So the common trapped emotion is the regular trapped emotions that you trap, like living life, when you experience an emotion that isn't processed properly and it gets trapped in the body. There are also other types of trapped emotions like the prenatal, the preconception, the inherited, the shared, and the absorbed. So if, for instance, you're working with the emotion code and your testing is off, usually that's because it's an inherited emotion, and it can also be because it's one of these categories. So that's an idea to check if you are working with the emotion code and something feels off. Then it can be a sign to go check for one of these. So that's where you find the emotion code. The belief code is also in the energy category, and it's under the mental subcategory and programming, and here is the belief code. And that, so it basically just says, okay, now your subconscious mind wants you to belief code, and you click here to go in there. So now to the differences. So starting with the emotion code. The emotion code is the modality we use to find and release trapped negative emotional energies. It's a very simple and to the point modality. So you basically decide. The emotion code is very simple and to the point. You decide what you want to work on, whether that is something physical or emotional or mental. Let's say maybe you're starting a new job or you're applying for jobs and you want to release any emotions that are blocking you from getting the job you want. Or maybe you have a pain somewhere and you want to release that pain. Maybe you have a cold, you want to release the cold. You can release the emotions blocking you from releasing this cold or that are contributing to this cold. Maybe you want to find love and you want to release whatever is in the way of you finding love. And that can also include releasing your heart wall. And I have a video on the heart wall as well. You'll find it here. So that's the emotion code. And in the app, if you click, you can actually click and read the description of each emotion, which can be quite handy, especially for some of the emotions that can sound kind of weird. Like, for instance, this one, wishy-washy. So sometimes it can be really good to have this explanation. So the emotion code is really easy to learn. You can actually learn just by reading the emotion code book. And if you want to release the heart wall, there's even a flow chart to help you release that. So that can be really helpful. The only thing is you need to learn muscle testing, which actually isn't very difficult at all. Then the body code is a modality where you can find and release all sorts of different negative energies in the body. So this app has anything that can be off, anything that can be imbalanced, anything that can be wrong. And it also has every part and system in the body, every body part, every system, every organ, almost every bone. So it's actually helping you find where the misalignment is, what's troubled, and also what the misalignment is. So for instance, here you have the different body systems, the skeleton, soft tissue, meridians. So there's both physical systems and energetic systems. And if we go to, let's have a look, soft tissue, organ. If we, for instance, go to the brain, it has all of these different parts of the brain. Go to deep structures, it has all of these, and then eventually you get to the one it is. So you can actually find out what part of your brain is imbalanced or is in need of a little bit of help. I find really fascinating. So if you want to know more about the body code, I made an in-depth description of that. I'll send a video so you can check that out here. So to repeat emotion code, find and release trapped negative emotional energies. The body code, find and release any trapped negative energies whatsoever, not just the emotions, but anything that can be off really. And the belief code is about finding and releasing trapped negative belief systems. So here we find every negative belief in the belief system. So let's say you have a belief, I am stupid, or I am too emotional, or I am too sensitive, or I'm weak and pathetic, or I can't let anyone see my flaws. There are about 3,000 negative beliefs in here. So with the use of the belief code, we muscle test our way, and we find these systems of belief. And I also made a video about the belief code, of course, and you can find that here. And with the belief code, we map out the whole belief system, and they're like these belief trees, and there are different types of belief systems. And we map out each and every belief, and then we find inside the body code and the emotion code, what are the negative energies feeding these belief systems? And then we release these negative energies first, so that nothing is nurturing the belief system anymore. And then we release the entire belief system. And then if necessary, we find a positive belief instead that we can put in to replace that negative belief system. So these three all together, the emotion code, the body code, and the belief code, are super helpful modalities in releasing whatever it is that is blocking you from achieving your goals in life, from living the healthy life you want, or from feeling overall good from manifesting the things you want, you know, whether that is love, abundance, good health, whatever it is. This system is genius because it can help you find and release anything that is in the way. So let's say you decide your goal for abundance in your life. Then after that, you can actually find and release anything that is blocking you from living that abundance. And yeah, I find it fascinating and super helpful, and it's really changed my life and my clients' lives. I hope this explains the similarities and the differences between the body, belief code, and emotion code to you. If you have any more questions, I will be happy to answer them. Just put them in the comments below. If you want to see more in depth about the different modalities, I have videos about them. I'll put the links in the show notes. And if you're wondering about the difference between the belief code and PSYCH-K, there's a video about that too. If you want to get certified in any of the modalities, you can use my referral link to get you a bonus of a free belief code session with me. And if you're curious about starting to learn the emotion code to kind of slowly get started, there's a mini course called the Immersion Path that is about 3 hours. And after doing the course, you should be able to find and release your own negative trapped emotions. If you like this video and if you want to see more content like this, please push like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.